Okay, most people didn't, all right? All right, so we're gonna hit on a couple of those key little things. Like I said, we're gonna go really quickly here and it's gonna be really simple for you to get, okay? Turn to page 14 for me, really quick. And we're gonna start on this page right here. That's a little puzzle piece on the left corner here. Everybody see that? All right, so we're gonna start here and how National Life Group focuses on a completely different approach. Sean, I'm just gonna kind of ask you a few questions. If you had to explain to me, how would you define life insurance?
Yeah, you have to die before you get your money.
Okay, but why would you have it?
To protect your family.
Protect your family. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a kind of important thing to have, right?
Of course.
Instead of passing on debts, you want to pass on an asset,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But the key thing that you just mentioned, and I think we all agree that's kind of the definition that most people have for life insurance.
Yeah.
The key thing that I heard her say was, you got to die in order to get access to the funds.
Yeah.
So that's why people don't like talking about it, right? It's important, but you have kind of a morbid conversation, right?
Yeah.
But here's National Life Group's approach. They realize with these little puzzle pieces here, that there's other issues in life that we need solving for, right? Dying too soon is what life insurance is there to protect you for. But what about becoming ill? Wouldn't you guys agree that you're more likely to get sick before dying than simply dying?
Yes.
So this is a feature that we call living benefits. Life insurance you don't have to die to use. Would that be of value to you?
Yes.
Okay. But then there's a third puzzle piece down here, something called living too long. Well, how is that a risk? Well, do people have concerns about retirement these days?
Yes.
People are living longer, right? But what we're also realizing is that people are living longer while sick, right? And so as that happens, what happens is people have their retirement accounts, let's say a 401k, a 403b, or real estate investments, and they're outliving those investments. So that's a major concern. We have a unique feature that is exclusive to National Life Group. What if we could transform your death benefit into a lifetime income so you never have to worry about losing income? That would outlive you. Would that be of value to you?
Yes.
Okay, so take a look on the right side over here. Okay, these are the three puzzle pieces we focus on. So we talked about life insurance, right? Let's say, as an example, you had $1 million life insurance policy. In the event that you were to pass on or something were to happen tragically, your family would get the full benefit tax-free, right? That's life insurance. But what if you got seriously sick, like stage 4 cancer? We hate to talk about it, but let's just be honest. It happened to all of our families, right? In the event that you're deemed terminal, you can access up to 90% of that $1 million tax-free while you're still here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I got diagnosed terminally ill, I want to be able to at least get a second opinion. And sometimes second opinions cost money. Agreed?
Yes.
So wouldn't we all agree that an extra $900,000 as a lump sum gives you a fighting chance?
Yes.
No question, okay? So that's just an example of how we use the living benefits to help keep life going. But then finally, like I mentioned earlier, this idea of living too long, after age 60 or a minimum of 10 years in the policy, we can transform that $1 million into a lifetime income for you tax-free. Now let me ask you guys this simple basic question. Does your life insurance do all of those three currently?
No.
No. What did I do there? I want to first see if you have it by asking that question.
Oh.
But I already know that you don't have all three.
Right.
It's rhetorical, right? Okay, so now let's flip one page previous. Okay, we're going to go to pages 12 and 13. Because I want to break down how this actually is of value to you, okay? Let's break down these features here, starting with terminal illness on the far left. Let's use the example of $1 million policy again. Far left, terminal illness, what it states there is if you got the terrible news from your doctor that you had less than 24 months left, they'll accelerate up to 90% of your death benefit while you're alive. So 2 years. 2 years diagnosis, you have a fighting chance to go see if we can give an alternative, okay? Let's go to the next one, chronic illness. This is very similar to something you might be familiar with, something called long-term care insurance in California. Well, at the bottom there, you'll see activities of daily living. If you cannot perform any 2 of those 6 for a 90-day period, we can accelerate 1 to 2% of your million as monthly income for 50 months. Right? So if it's $1 million policy, that's 10 to 20K per month tax-free. Would that help you during that time?
Yes.
No question. Would that help you with living assistance and nursing and that sort of thing? Absolutely, right? Because can we all agree that that's more likely to happen to us later in life?
Yes.
So wouldn't you want to have the financial capacity there to help you?
That's right.
Okay? All right, let's talk about critical illness, the next one here. I'm only going to highlight the big 3 that's in this long list here. cancer, heart attack, and stroke. Wouldn't we all agree that those are the top 3 killers in America? Okay, and all of us have had somebody in our family circle or friend circle that have been affected by these.
Yes.
With this policy, we can accelerate up to 70% of your million tax-free while you're alive. Okay, so it's based on severity. Category 1 minor through category 4 life-threatening. So if it's a life-threatening illness, accelerates 70%, which is a lump sum of $700,000 tax-free. Now these aren't loans, guys. They're just going to cash you out. They're just allowing you to participate and survive, right? Critical injury, same, up to 70%. This is important because I've now learned recently that severe burns, for example, wouldn't we, well, maybe you might not know this, firefighters have a really difficult time getting life insurance for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
They're high risk. Well, I found out with National Life Group, they have a particular division for military and public service, for firefighters and police officers. Where most companies are turning a blind eye and say, sorry, you're too high risk, National Life Group steps up to give you the same type of protection.
Oh, wow.
Now, the final thing I'll mention here is this. What if I were to tell you that you get all of this at no charge? Would that be of value to you?
Yes.
Fair enough? Okay. We already talked about the fact that your current life insurance doesn't have this. Now let's talk about how do we use this as a way to give me protection without increasing my budget. Right? I'll use my story. I was already investing into a retirement strategy, a 401k at my job. Okay? How many people here have a 401k? A few people? Okay. All right. So here's what I did. I took what I was contributing to my 401k and I reallocated that here, and I picked up all of these benefits, a $2 million policy, and remember the lifetime income benefit? Now a $2 million lifetime income that I didn't have to save up myself. How would you like to pad your retirement with a larger face amount? Now you can see how that might be a different strategy to learn about. The last thing I'll hit on is this. The IRS created 2 tax-free retirement strategies, a Roth IRA and something called an LIRP, which stands for Life Insurance Retirement Plan. Those are the only 2 factors where you can actually invest money, earn interest, and avoid capital gains. Would that be of value to you to learn how to retire tax-free?
Yes.
Would you like to see how the numbers work?
Yes.
Done.
What's the time?
We're done there.
Okay.